PSG.
You have these stalemate moments where a lot of people get to have a lot of information. Now this is good for two reasons. One, the people who are boxing up know a lot of things about one another. But the bad part about it is that if everyone has information on everyone, there's so many more sightlines that get abused and used.
It's much harder to manufacture eliminations in this circumstance because everyone is used to play. It's kind of nuts that we've gotten to the point in Fortnite where 39 people in a fifth circle is like, oh yeah, you know, that's not that dense. You know, it's fine. You got some room to move around and work with. But like normally the reason people say play for late are deliberate and you're able to get your rotation down, you will get opportunities to pick off other players. And you can see there just how aggressive these guys have been. 1,102 damage above the Storm Surge threshold. Again, that will turn off once we get down to below 30 players. As you see the launch pad come out, no bonks there. Thought about challenging for height instead. Gonna go far side of the zone and box up in turn.
Camo now missing his partner, actually. They finally get together once again. He's going to be boxing up, waiting for any elims to happen. These guys have 8 elims together in total. Heavy Snipe coming into onto the box as well in front of them. No follow-up, though, as it's not possible. These guys are on split layers, although that's very good for sightlines and different vantage points. Sometimes synchronization can get desynchronized when you're not together with your duo partner.
Stay with your buddy. Particularly, it's week 10. Come on. Like how many times, like unless your name is Mongrel, like trying to just 1v2 the rest of the lobby generally hasn't worked out for a lot of players. And right now, Issa and Camo recognizing that, getting back together, still on 8 elims, and now they're gonna try and kind of level out the loadout. Interesting to see him dropping the heavy sniper in favor of still running the double AR, but I'm Trash living up to his name there as Issa just blasts him with the combat shotgun. Can't poke there, can't challenge against one of the best players out of Europe. Gets the conversion over, and we're closing in on that top 15.
Very, very smooth build over there to get right back up to his partner. But no, these guys are split now. Issa going on for a 1v1. Camo getting a nice low tier or low ground lockdown on his enemy. Max going down on 60 hertz. You gotta up those hertz, but you guys see these people coming. Camo moving around. Issa popping off on his lair as well. These guys are owning the whole server, making sure everything's getting shredded down on numbers. Ash going down as well. The finish is coming out. These guys have collectively done so much damage. Drop-offs. It's chaos. Mobs going down. What's happening over here, Sunday?
15 elims now. He just ran up to 15 elims, and notice how he's constantly checking his side. Can make it 16. Zaito goes down as well. Who says you need a teammate? He says, who? My name is Ghost.
12 kills. Oh là là. Un monstre.
What's in the box? It's the Ghost duo. They want to make it to New York City. They want to go together.
Oh là là là, des monstres.
Enough as we're closing in on the top 10. 38 points so far. 17 elims. They're already on 22 points just from this match, but they will not stop yet. There's still chaos going on. Pushes forward. Jexy goes down. Trap gets armed right next to him, and they're into the top 10. Issa picks up another one on the high ground. They're on 19 now. He needs to circle back around and find the zone, and he finally does. Narshti goes down. Delay goes down. Top Boy goes down. Closing in on top 5. And he finds Jinsen goes down as well. 6 left.
Are their health bars working? They haven't taken any damage. That's
C'est fou comment il les enchaîne. GG. Hein.
They're playing solos. Guys, you queued up for the wrong mode. What's going on? It's 9th circle, 8 people alive, both on separate layers.
Plus que 8.
Before pressure, doing their own thing, back-to-back. Intensive goes down. The workout's too much for him. Another sting going on height to help out his buddy Issa.
Oh là là, il a plus de vie. Il a plus de vie, ça va être chaud.
Issa taking stinks. 1 HP. He goes down. Can Kembo clutch up a mini coming up? The enemy pops in with a heavy sniper. Mark bringing down their big rain, but so many eliminations as we move on to the last 1v1. Alphin up with Mark going and bullying the last solo player left alive. Issa's big rain going down. Camo also going down as well. Alphan with a big combat shotgun pop shot. Intensive 8x finally going down as well. They secured the elim points. They secured the victory royale as well. But Camo and Issa, holy moly.
That was huge right there, but not to be understated. Alpha and Duo picking up 18 points right there, 8 elims and the victory royale. Zeke, that was nuts.
Sundown, that was absolutely insane. I mean, first of all, it's so awesome to hear Shai's voice and hear how incredible he is at casting. Let's just...
A great first cast. That was
great first cast, especially in that game with Issa and Camo. Controller Lords, you got to think with another pop-off performance like that.
Yes.
They could be potentially contesting for a spot.
They could be the only full controller duo to qualify for a World Cup. It is the last chance for any of that to happen. So with games like that, Zeke, This is
just the start of the day, by the way. This is the first block of games. We have way more Fortnite, but for now, let's hang out with Bala. I know you pulled some clips for us to take a look at. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I can explain. I can explain some clips here of what happened into those games.
Oh.
Tickle. Nothing wrong there. He ended up being placed underneath the stairs. His heavy snipe didn't get the wall. The turbo build came in.
Il peut se mettre un feu de camp. Il peut se mettre un feu de camp. Hop.
Duo was going to come out on top of him, but he's able to stay composed and get
Il
the
est archi
elimination.
chaud.
And then another situation that was unexpected. Somebody lands right behind him. And he still managed to get away, even with low HP. And when we looked at the leaderboards at the front, we saw all of these teams that were in this game. Here, Orc and Andalex on high ground. They use the chug splashes to recoup a little bit before Intellect unfortunately gets a little antsy, jumps out, and that's going to be the end because both Andalex and Orc are looking down on top of him. Here, Osmo goes on a tear with his teammate Milan. And I mean, some of the things that he did here, this was really interesting to me because you used to run out in the storm and just tank the damage from the storm to get the loot, but in this case he's using the chug splash to recover instantly. And then what a catch there from Osmo. We're gonna look at another team here, Provoked and Imagine, who are so close to qualifying week after week, especially last week 8. Provoked actually goes down on a waterfall there. Somebody makes its way there, but this shot was disgusting. He didn't even actually get that elimination. 112 to him to the
Secret.
face. Actually, Jorge, who was up on high ground towards the end,
MD,
but then Osmo taking on both Carnifex and Harmy by himself. Back
oh là là, il l'a
finally,
tué.
because he doesn't have the
Atlantis.
shotgun reloaded, ends up going down. Imagine with the good attempt after we saw Provoked end up going down.
Il a failli mourir.
While in the storm, and then makes another
Il
storm
prend
play to
énormément de
try to
risques.
catch him
Il est
by
fou.
surprise, but it's not going to be enough. But it was so close, Zeke. This shot right here, and then look
Allez.
at this. He was so close. He already had his crosshair on his face, but no. Jorge is going to take the win
What?
just barely by milliseconds here, Zeke. This was so close.
Man, coming down there to the wire. Man, this is just what Fortnite is, right? Like, everyone's going to give it their all. Everyone wants to qualify, and that's the kind of stuff we're seeing. Let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how things are shaking out currently. I can't even read.
Den Magisk.
Den Magisk.
Magisk. I'm gonna call
Désolé,
it
j'écorche un petit peu
We know you.
les prénoms.
While at the top still, though, 7 games remaining.
Yeah.
This is pretty substantial. 3 victory hours right now, 100% win rate.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That is ridiculous. I mean, 62 points. This might be flipped here. Games remaining versus matches played. Possibly Miss Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage. We've seen them week after week, and people are starting to, use that Fishy tag at the end of their name to get the good luck. But I mean, for Wolfies and Rojo were up here earlier. They've got 57 points now. They dropped down from 1st to 4th. Skype and Vato, who are just barely, I think they got 9th place twice in a row in the duos week. So that's one of the French-speaking duos that have not yet made it. We saw
Nolan.
just unbelievable. So it's shaping up. I mean, I'm already seeing Skype and Vato. I'm starting to get excited because they're going to play better as time goes on. And we just have all but time right now. It's running down, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to get back into these games. Bala, if you are as well, I think we're going to send it back over to Sundown and Shy. Gentlemen, back over to you and keep the action rolling.
Thank you so much, Zeke and Bala. All good, Shy, no worries. But I'm so excited. Like you said, we saw so many of those guys up on that top board. It's so incredibly dense. 52 players in this lobby, 28 duos remaining, and again, the 4 final spots. We're coming down to it right now. That line, because the Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy duo have already qualified, would be 54 points. 51 was on the bottom. 3.7.
Putain, ils sont pas un stuff ouf, hein.
How tall you have to be to ride the ride, and Storm Surge is on again, Shy.
The pressure's active in EU, and we are in pressure plant as well. The lava's hot. These skins look hotter. The guns look very nice as well with that new camo that's out in the shop as well. A lot of edits going up and around. Once again, Geyser's up in play. A lot of free rotation, free shots being taken too. But a miss coming in from Skeezy, very, very close to the opponent's head. Baller's getting shot down on Storm line. Once again, a very good position. A lot of people playing for pre-position.
Il peut se manger une balle de snipe, mais ils sont courants qu'ils peuvent se manger une balle de snipe. Hein. Comment qu'il a fait? Comment qu'il a fait pour mettre cette balle? Son viseur était à côté. Tranquille.
And you see them actually able to get into the mid-ground. Alec was the player from the Winter Royale who hadn't played competitive before, was just always in the arena duos and said, hey, I'm pretty good at Fortnite, and through the open structure has now been in all of
Où sont nos joueurs français? Que des Anglais et des Allemands. Que des Anglais et des Allemands. Et quand même, vous pouvez prendre la construction.
To fix anything else up, and you can see now
Alors, prends la construction.
just make sure he gets every possible little bit he can.
In these solo spots when you have to face up against other duos, those spam weapons are always vital. That choice of keeping the drum gun and the AR even on low ammo, Speezy knows at some point is going to be a desperate motion on the low ground or mid ground in terms of making sure that spam is up on opponents' builds. So very smart decision there as we tune into the Fnatic boys. Motor and V-Rock's going to be looking at their own loot at the bottom here. Have a rift to go as well. Shadows available to get caught up after grabbing the rift, but Motor misses out on those. Not sure if that'll affect him later on. Once again, there are a lot of geysers and a lot of ways to trickle down from height to stay on top of rotation, but that might be a big hit for their loadout and overall play this game.
Yeah, I really hope Varrox grabbed those because honestly, shadows are the most consistent in terms of the utility tool. Being able to rotate, you have either top down or down up. You're able to rotate and get high ground if necessary and just make really clutch plays in a pinch. As you see, a lot of other people rotating.
Juste faire un truc. Oh, je vais. Oui. Salut, salut, salut.
Coming out from Motor, and we talked about the clutch and the pressure being on. Now actually misses himself with one of the chug splashes too, but doesn't matter. Call him an action hero as he slides down the side of the volcano and finds the Elam.
Very smart loop balance from those duels as well. Vrox goes down, but he did have a slurp ticking while he let Motor play with those.
Oh. Un bug.
All his mats around 8.
Leur live bug. C'est pas de ma part, hein. Bah, c'est le nombre de viewers, je pense, qui regarde qui fait laguer. Regardez comment il bug. Il est mort. Ah, dommage. Dommage.
Vato and Sky are going to be happy about that as Vato is still in the lobby. You have Ibu High now with the combat and the Flint still rolling around in the ball. And Proxima Star, who was in the top 3, also picking up.
Il n'y a pas trop de joueurs connus. Plutôt de joueurs plutôt. Ouais, il n'y a pas de joueurs connus. Il y a un français, c'était le stream Vato, mais il vient de décéder. C'est... Wow. Voilà, les personnes les plus intelligentes sont promis Star. Ils se trouvent tout en haut. Ils sont archi intelligents. Du coup, bah, ils ont le high ground et...
On the rest of the lobby, Ibu High trying to find some space to exist, but he's going to have to go back over now into the plant. There's only Ibu High and that's not going to be enough.
T'es toujours là.
And Proxima Star going to close that one out. 6 elims and the victory round. That's how they were at 57 points. That's what got them up there, and hopefully they can keep on that pace to qualify.
They ended that game so fast, still had 9 impulses and 2 smoke grenades left at the end, but they decided to just give the lobby a whole haircut as we move in. Once again, the same zone. The guys are just going up. Launch pads get saved on this fifth. can just be saved as well when you're up in the air, not taking too many shots and basing up, going for these big vantage points as well. Benji Fishy now, the inspiration for a lot of duos in the EU region, getting their names switched for that good, sweet luck in terms of qualifying. He's getting checked on his edit, getting a little bit too close there, giving his fish hat a little bit of a haircut. A lot of heals being used on that as well could be a mistake that proves fatal at the end of the game.
And one thing I do like though is with how many more shields there have been in the games,
40 personnes.
They're looking for more trades, they're willing to go take fights because it's like, hey, if we don't get everything here, it's not the end of the game. As Ricolas finds a great double snipe onto him, that's what we talk about, always making sure you cover 2 layers. So what are they going to do? They're going to disengage down and over 1 layer and make sure they're boxed up.
Instant karma qui vient de se manger.
Very close to the safe zone, not
oh, secrète Milan.
just slightly over, but
Milan. Secrète Domentos. Ils sont vraiment pas à côté. C'est chaud, c'est chaud, c'est chaud.
Better players over and over. Aqua in here with Nyrox as well. They're going to be tuning into their super dope position.
Ici, ça a l'air de bien jouer. C'est plutôt bien.
Just a few layers, but every layer you do drop, that's a box saved on mats. So moving diagonally this way is very smart, but also risky because you have a little bit less of protection from front. You just saw there Nyrox trying to get double sniped off of his position, but is dynamic in his box, saves that up. Utility now getting split from each duo, making sure each person has a nice exit plan in case that fire alarm sounds in their game and stuff hits the fan.
Ils ont pas un fou, mais ils savent faire avec. Par contre, il doit vraiment avoir une bonne connexion. Le nombre de personnes qui regardent, même si ça compte pas, mais le nombre de personnes qui
doing everything they can to keep whatever amount of space and to get over on the far side of the zone right away. And that's one thing we've talked about a number of times. When these moving zones come in and you have utility, you want to pop it, get far side, box up, and then turn and see the rest of the
non, le shoot.
Prime example of it. That's white damage. Going to follow it up right away with the stink grenade. You don't get away from that. He's going to continue pouring down pressure.
Ça qui est dangereux, c'est que les balles de sniper peuvent venir de partout.
Brilliantly done, but can they convert onto it? The storm will move past it, so they want to go over and try and get whatever mats as well as that siphon on it.
Once again, EU is so good at just using their utility and following up with the shots. Nyrox not going down, unfortunately, could not cover his head up top. Very still smart player playing off of his thing, saving that last one until he had damage rather than just using it for the game. Always make sure you're milking the most out of the stuff you have in your inventory. Benji now still alive with Savage looking for a reload while the wall goes down. Very unfortunate there. That small
ils ont vraiment... Ils lootent pas. Moi en tournoi, j'ai un temps pour... Oh, j'ai un temps pour loot, j'ai un temps pour...
That Elam coming through though, that shield will go back up once that server starts moving and the storm goes over that down.
Où est-ce qu'ils peuvent atterrir?
Because that was the shot that he hit right before on him. That was the 87 tick. The storm ended up ticking him over and then getting it. That was that extension where it's a minute after you've damaged someone. But we have our top 15, so 3 placement points going out to everyone. The Fishies getting those as well, so on 5 points so far from this match, and also still have 2 shadow bombs with a lot of mats, so they're going to be able to play for late.
Ça joue bien.
Gets picked up, so did
on est plutôt bien en construction, ça joue bien.
Going there from top 15, but not anything more there. Majin provoked on the mid tarp. You see I'm the beast and Magis Kapos on the high ground above him. Takeoffs just below. Zappy and Red Rush, another duo who have already qualified just below. Anonymous 27, not to be confused with Anonymous 72. Just below Dementos here as he's tarping towards the side, trying to make it into the top 10.
Encore secret Domentos. Sachant que tout à l'heure on l'avait vu.
Putting vertical pressure upwards as a mid-ground tarper is very, very hard. His duo is down. He does have 6 eliminations. Over there.
Domentos met la pression. Il peut se... il pouvait se refaire en loot. Et il pouvait se refaire. Il est plutôt bien en vie quand même. Cette zone... Plus de construction? Ah non, je pensais. Vraiment que des joueurs clavier souris. Où sont les joueurs manettes?
provoked, finds the conversion onto 27, and Dementos is just gonna chill, popping that utility. And again, we've talked about it, just so many more risks and time you get there. As I was gonna drop down and start to get to test. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shots. Can he find it? 4. Finally gets it after using 6 of the 10 combat
Sa rapidité des hits, ça. Sa rapidité de... Cette zone ne rétrécit pas, restera comme ça. Hein. ADZ. Evade ADZ. Je sais pas, je pense pas que ce soit le vrai ADZ. Ah, il a plus de vie. Il aurait pu modifier quand même. Oh non. Il aurait pu modifier quand même, mais... J'ai à lui. J'ai à lui, j'ai à lui.
What a close match going right down to the wire. One more shot is all he needed there, but it was not possible to not connect. The duo does hold it down.
Quand même. Ils ont quand même bien joué. Franchement, GG à eux. Arrêtez le live. Bon, c'était un petit truc, je sais pas, beaucoup de vues, c'est chez eux pour le plaisir, mais voilà. Bon, c'était Alpha Beno, Coca Beno, Alpha Beno, c'est Beno. Je vous dis bonne soirée. C'était Beno. Peace.